When you register your staff members to use Voyent Alert, it's likely that you're going to need to know some additional information. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a custom registration form so you can easily get all of the important information in one place as your staff register. The custom registration form features are located under the Region Details menu. This can be found by accessing the three little lines at the top left-hand corner and then going to Region Details. From there, you'll see a new tab at the top of the screen labeled Custom Registration Form. What you include in the form is completely up to you. You can add as many elements or fields as you like, and you can choose between 6 different types of elements, different ways of asking questions and receiving information. In this video, I'm going to go through all of them in order. To begin, hit Add an Element. The first element type is Input Any. For this example, I'm going to use Staff ID, and I'm also going to put this into the label so that what we're asking for is crystal clear. Input Any means that the answer can include any sort of character, whether that be letters, numbers, or even symbols. But you do have the ability to limit how long an answer they can provide. So in this case, we know that a staff ID is always going to be 8 characters. To make sure that everyone puts in their full ID, you can set maximum and minimum to 8, and that will only allow responses with 8 characters. Alternatively, you could include just a maximum or minimum number of characters, or you could even leave it blank if you don't want to have any restrictions put on the answer. You can also make it a requirement to answer this question by hitting that little box at the bottom, and then when you're ready, just hit Add Element. The next element type is Numbers Only. As the name would suggest, this means that the answers can only include numerical digits. In this example, I'm using it as a way to include phone number extensions. For the Numbers Only element, the maximum and minimum aren't about how many characters are allowed, but rather the values of the numbers allowed. So in this case, if you know every extension is between 1,000 and 3,000, you can set those as your minimum and maximum so that only numbers within that range are accepted. The next element type is our drop-down option, where you can create pre-selected choices that the user can then pick from. To add an option, type it into the third box and then select the plus sign surrounded by the black circle. You can add as many options as you'd like. You can see as well that you're able to reorder and delete just by hitting the arrows and the trash can respectively. The fourth type of element is a checkbox. It's great for getting quick yes or no answers or confirmation of receipt or agreement from your staff. Last but not least, you can also add plain text to your form by going into Add Form Element and then selecting Text Label. You can also reorder the elements by selecting the little hand and then dragging them into the place that you'd like them to be. And you can edit them. In this case, I'm adding the option of Works Remote to the drop-down menu. To save your edits, hit Confirm Changes. And then when you're comfortable with the entire form, make sure you select Save Form at the top of the screen. Now, how this form is used is up to you. You have the ability to decide whether or not you'd like to allow self-registration. If you do allow self-registration, these questions will appear on the registration screen after the user has agreed to the terms and conditions. Allowing self-registration means the staff will be able to provide this information themselves as part of the registration process. However, upon your request, we can disable self-registration on your behalf. This means that only you and the other administrators of your account will be able to add or delete any users. If the self-registration feature is disabled, you'll be adding in recipients using the Manage Recipient menu. Just filling in the information yourself as an administrator when you add new recipients through Manage Recipients as seen on screen. Alternatively, you can either leave this information blank if it's not required, or provide basic information and then request that your employees edit it in their own account. To edit this information, your employees just have to go to their My Profile, which can be found underneath the top 3 little bars in their personal account. Any changes that your employees make on their personal accounts will also be reflected in your Manage Recipients table. And that's the custom form feature. From us at Voyent Alert, thanks for watching.